They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Prescott off play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Rams. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 17-0 our score after 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got Smith here. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A give to Cook out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their...
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now it's Jackson. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a guy who played collegiately a couple hours north of here, Darrington Evans. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and 8. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the lead will stay put at 17.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, middle.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
No.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And Jackson throwing once more. Touchdown, Panthers. James Cook in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over.
They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football. Full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
On second down, Cook. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Evans gets it again on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, Evans looking for space. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that way of picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Touchdown! Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Rams 24, Panthers 14. Daniel Carlson set to
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here taken in by Ingram.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. Take it at the 37. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, the last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this from about the 32. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Jackson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Don't worry.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the gun, Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Evans. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson.
Throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Again, Jackson.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Smith, the man in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
This is Dillon on the counter.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Well, Prescott here to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
No, we changed it.
4th down. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get this